When you look at the crowds today, you have maybe 5,000–6,000 people here. On the streets yesterday, 1 million people, 1 million Iranians in the street for the Ayatollah Khomeini. Does that not give you concern? Does that not make you afraid?
Because they are afraid, yeah, that's right. And most of the people don't say anything because they are afraid. And they are in silence, you know, they don't say anything.
Is this the silent majority of Iran out here now?
Yes, that's right.
You want the Shah to return?
Yes, Shah, return to the country.
What about you, Shah? Why do you want the Shah? Why does she want the Shah?
ما شاه میخوایم ما بیچاره این
شادی کشتنش حلاله کجای قرآن گفته
"47 years we've been bleeding in the dark, under the shadow of the Islamic regime, with a stone-cold heart. They silenced our voices, they turned off our light. 58 days without internet, but we still fought the night. Our children took the streets, they raised their empty hands, and the world looked away. Do you understand? Do you know Europe? Do you know what's been done? Do you know Europe? 42,000 souls are gone, killed in 2 days by a regime drenched in blood. Do you know Europe? Or have you days, that's all it took. Mothers and fathers and sons, did you even look? We stand with Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, our hope and voice. Millions behind him marching, he is our only choice. He only fights for freedom, democracy and human rights. But you mock him in your chambers while he fights for our lives. To pull us out of this darkness, this century-long night, while you sign deals with our killers and call it diplomatic right. Do you know Europe? Do you know what's been done? Do you know Europe? They hang 60, 40 souls one by one, hanged within 4 months by a regime drenched in blood. Do you know Europe? Or have you just given up? Do you know Europe? Do you feel anything at all? Or did something break inside you while I ran answered the call? Do you know Europe? What happened to you, Europe? What made you so cold? What turned your heart to stone while our story went untold? Is oil worth more than blood? Is silence worth the shame? Because while you negotiate with murderers, we are dying, calling your name. Do you know Europe? Do you know what's been done? Do you know Europe? 42,000 souls are gone, killed in 2 days by a regime drenched in blood. Do you know Europe? Or have you just given up? Do you know Europe? We are still here, we are still strong. Do you know Europe? How much longer? How much longer? How long? Do you know Europe?
To all of our friends around the world, under the yoke of the Islamic Republic, Iran is identified in your minds with terrorism, extremism, and poverty. The real Iran is a different Iran, a beautiful, peace-loving, and flourishing Iran. It is the Iran that existed before the Islamic Republic, and it is the Iran that will rise again from its ashes the day the Islamic Republic falls. So let me be clear about how a free Iran will act towards its neighbors and the world after the fall of this regime. In security and foreign policy, Iran's nuclear military program will end. Support for terrorist groups will cease immediately. A free Iran will work with regional and global partners to confront terrorism, organized crime, drug trafficking, and extremist Islamism. Iran will act as a friend and a stabilizing force in the region, and it will be a responsible partner in global security. In diplomacy, relations with the United States will be normalized, and our friendship with America and her people will be restored. The State of Israel will be recognized immediately. We will pursue the expansion of the Abraham Accords into the Cyrus Accords, bringing together a free Iran, Israel, and the Arab world. A new chapter will begin, grounded in mutual recognition, sovereignty, and national interest. In energy, Iran holds some of the largest oil and gas reserves in the world. A free Iran will become a reliable energy supplier to the free world. Policymaking will be transparent. Iran's actions will be responsible. Prices will be predictable. In transparency and governance, Iran will adopt and enforce international standards. Money laundering will be confronted. Organized corruption will be dismantled. Public institutions will answer to the people. In the economy, Iran is one of the world's last great untapped markets. Our population is educated, modern, with a diaspora that connects it to the four corners of the world. A democratic Iran will open its economy to trade, investment, and innovation, and Iran will seek to invest in the world. Opportunity will replace isolation. This is not an abstract vision. It is a practical one, grounded in national interest, stability, and cooperation. To achieve this, now is the time to stand with the Iranian people. The fall of the Islamic Republic and the establishment of a secular, democratic government in Iran will not only restore dignity to my people, it will benefit the region and the world. A free Iran will be a force for peace, for prosperity, and for partnership.
وقتی واسه غم نی گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست همه خسته ایم قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه. وقتی واسه غم نیست گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست، همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست. روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما، سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه. روبروم یه واژه یه هدف به نام انتقامه، پشت سرم دعای مادر و تو دستم تفنگ بابامه. رو زبونم اسم شاه بگین عشق بی انتهاست، هر جا اسم ایران اومد اونجا صدای بچه رضاست. فردا می نویسن تو کتاب قصه دیمار، بگو با تیر جنگی کشتن بچه های بیگناه رو. بگو از بخت مادرها چیر زنا و دخترامون، بگو تنها شهید شدیم تا تنها نمونه شامون. وقتی واسه غم نیست گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست، همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست. روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما، سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه. وقتی واسه غم نیست گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست، همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست. روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما، سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه. وقتی واسه غم نیست گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست، همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست. روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما، سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه.
سلام من به تو یار قدیمی، منم همون هوادار قدیم.
سید سلام چطوری مردک، کلی کتلت شدین دایی بدون مدرک. سلام بسیجی قهرمان رفتی پیش توسی با پنیر و یه نون سنگک. سلام به محفل قرآنیتون، سلام به مدیرای بحرانیتون، سلام به حاجی اکبر و طوله هاش و خارج و رفقای ارگانیتون، سلام به دزدای پول ملت که تش میفتین توی تور ملت. سلام به همه شما کرکسایی که دارین نونتون رو میزنین تو خون ملت، تا که تش زیر دست و پاک و تک بخورین حالا هی به یه بادکنک بدوین. سلام آخر تو زندان باشه وقتی قرار به این آب خنک بخورین. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. اینو بگذاریم به خاک میرسیم، تجزیه طلبی که به خاک بیرسیم. ایران مردمش وطن پرستن، از کرد تا بلوچ بری به فاک میرسی. توف به هر چی مرسی است، توف به هر کی در پی تجزیه است، توف به لوی و همونی که شیفته ی گل ملیگرا تو وطن خدا نسلی هست. سر کردستان همه برپا شدن، بلوچستان فدای مهسا شدن. شمع واحد که شیر و خورشید، ما بقی جعلیا تنها شدن. شادی باشه واسه همه در میهن، کور بشه چه شهرچی اهریمن. رخه رو بگی تا اون 6 کلاس سواد و خبرگان و مجد سری ترجیحن. شبهای عروس و دامادی باشه، برن سلامتی نوش کنن آبادی باشه. لحظت کجاست میدون شهیاده به سمت اتوبان آزادی باشه. سلام به نسل ندید پدیدا، نبودیم ندیدیم قدیمتی ما. شاه بود تو شادی کل میزدین، حالا شاه بر میگرده پیک میزنین. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا.
فاهنگ به این خوشگلی با نوایده بود، اسم یه مشخواهن رو توش بیاریم، ولی خب لازم بود دیگه. فکر کنم با نوایده
Let's go. میخوام بگم از دلم، از عشق به این میهنم، به امید روز شکست دشمن شاه برمیگرده به وطن. برگشتن پهلوی، وحشت هر اجنبی، بلند بگو همشهری شاه رضا پهلوی. نظام رسیده پرتگاه، بلند بگو جاوید شاه. برگشت شاه به میهن، دوای درد وطن. این آخرین نبرده، پهلوی برمیگرده. داره میاد پهلوی، زجه بزن سید علی. راه نجات وطن، پهلوی هموطن. ایران میشه گلستان، شاه که بیاد به ایران. ایران که شاه نداره، حساب کتاب نداره. آخون باید گم بشه، توپ تانک فشفشه. گم شو بیرون اجنبی، داره میاد پهلوی. فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن ها. ما شاه میخوایم نه ملا، بزار بشنوه دنیا. ایرانی داد بزن، شاه تو فریاد بزن. برگشتن پهلوی، وحشت هر اجنبی. بلند بگو هموطن، شاه رضا پهلوی. فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. بلند بگو جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. بلند بگو جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه.
Look at us here today. We see so many flags representing so many nations. We know we are not alone, and we thank you for being with us. For all people around the world who stand today in unity with the Iranian people, this is not just because it's good for us, and you do it out of compassion and care for our rights to liberty and justice and equality and human rights. But understand that it is in your best interest too to have, unlike this regime that has been propagating terror and radicalism, we the people of Iran are peacemakers and not warmongers. We like to be friends, especially with the free world. We'd like to be able to have the best neighborly relationship with the people of our area and the region, with the Arab countries, with Israel, and all our other neighbors. We are fighting for justice, we're fighting for human rights, we are fighting for liberty, we're fighting to put an end to all sorts of discrimination. Because as an Iranian, I stand here to tell you that I've dedicated 47 years of my life because I think that my country deserves far better than what we have right now. To now understand that their best remedy is to support the people of Iran, because ultimately a free Iran will be your best partner, not just to bring stability and peace, but it will be in your best economic interest and opportunities. Together we can prosper again, and the world will be so different once the Iranian people are free. I am here to guarantee a transition to secular democratic future. I am committed to be that leader of transition for you, so we can one day have the final opportunity to decide the fate of our country through a democratic, transparent process, through the ballot box and free elections. And let's make sure that this time, especially the free nations of this world and their governments, stand on the right side of history.
Well, Durud, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to day 169 of Iran Revolution Live with your wonderful and amazing host, Mr. Armin Navabi.
And your wonderful and amazing host, Goldie GHAMARI.
Thank you so much. Armin, how are you doing today?
I'm wondering how the hell we're going to get a deal given that Israel is attacking Hezbollah, which is a major red line as we're speaking, and the Islamic Republic and Hezbollah are expected to respond any minute now. I'm getting news from my Israeli friends that they're going to get a response. So I don't know. Today was supposed to be a signing of an MOU, but instead we get maximum boom booms instead. So how are you doing, Goldie?
I'm doing great. I mean, just kind of going along with the roller coaster of everything that's happening in the Middle East. Not, never a dull moment. Never a dull moment in the Middle East when it comes to Islamic terrorism and all the stuff they're doing, not just to the Iranian people, but through their proxies as well to Hezbollah and others. Before we continue, just want to say very happy birthday to President Trump. It's his 80th birthday today. So I think it's going to be a very eventful day. I also kind of have a feeling that, what Israel is doing, I think there's a strategy behind this between the United States and America. Because President Trump's Truth Social, it's not only talking about Israel, it's also talking about other parties. So he says there should be no more attacks by any other party, including Hezbollah. But yeah, why don't you bring it up and why don't you read it for us, Armin?
Also, Goldie, before I read it, I also want to say to our Israeli friends, because it seems another attack is imminent. So stay safe. Hopefully, sorry that you had to go through this again and again and again. I hear it's extremely tiring. So sorry that you have to go through this. So hopefully we'll finish this evil once and for all at some point. But yeah, sorry that you have to go through this, and stay safe. Okay, so President Trump posted this saying, this morning's attack on Beirut should not have happened, particularly on a special day when we are so close to a peace deal with Iran. Israel has the right to defend itself against threats, but the attack it was responding to was very small and meaningless. Nobody was hurt, injured, or killed, and should not disturb this important process. We are very close to a deal that will bring peace to the region, including to Lebanon, and all sides should stand down. There should be no more attacks by Israel anywhere in Lebanon, but there should also be no more attacks by any other party, including Hezbollah, against Israel. This could be the beginning of a long and beautiful peace. Let's not blow it. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So, two things. So we're hoping that this is good cop, bad cop, because it's obvious, I think, to us here. I'm hoping it's obvious to us that you don't wait to respond only when somebody is hurt or killed or injured, right? Obviously, that doesn't make any sense. So this might be President Trump's just a demonstration of good cop, bad cop, because any country has the responsibility to demonstrate its deterrent capacity when they're shot at, even if nobody is hurt, injured, or killed. It doesn't make any sense for you to wait until somebody is hurt, injured, or killed, because if you wait until somebody is hurt, injured, or killed, you're telling your enemies that you could keep trying until you're successful, and I'm not going to do anything until you're successful. Guys, remember what Marco Rubio said? Marco Rubio said, only stupid countries don't respond when they're shot at. He didn't say only stupid countries will respond when you get hurt, injured, or killed. He said only stupid countries don't respond when you are shot at. So Israel Israel has the responsibility to respond when they're shot at. Like, you can't punish a country for having a good defense system. You cannot say like, oh, your defense system is so good, nobody dies, so that means you don't get to respond. That doesn't make any sense, right? Also, it's also unfair to Israel. Again, I'm not saying any of this is real, but just looking at it, I just want us to know why this would not be reasonable to expect from Israel. Saying both sides should stop comes with the assumption that Hezbollah is going to listen to the United States. Obviously, not only Hezbollah doesn't care about the United States telling it to stop, it actually gets more motivated to attack if the United States wants it to stop, because Hezbollah doesn't want this deal to happen. So they know that by attacking Israel, they're going to force Israel to respond, and if Israel responds, that's going to jeopardize the deal. So Hezbollah is motivated to keep attacking, whether or not President Trump asked them or not. President Trump's words saying both sides need to stop only puts pressure on Israel, and it puts zero pressure on Hezbollah. Zero pressure on Hezbollah. So asking both sides to stop is unfair to Israel, because Israel has to abide by that pressure, and Hezbollah doesn't, because Hezbollah won't. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I don't see how either Hezbollah or the Islamic regime are going to stop. I also don't see how they're going to sign this deal, because some of the videos and images that are coming out, Islamic regime supporters are literally gathering and they're chanting death to Arakchi and death to Ghalibaf. So, I mean,
Kafan push.
Kafan push. Yeah, I was watching that last night and I was like, wait, are these shrouds? Because I'd never seen an outfit like that before. And yeah, like they're literally wearing shrouds because, they're, on the path of martyrdom or jihad or whatever. And so Armin, the more and more I think about it, even if this deal is signed, I don't see how Arakchi or Ghalibaf can control the IRGC, because the IRGC is going to do its own thing. And the fact that, even like Israel right now is preparing for potential incoming missiles from either Hezbollah or the Islamic regime, it just goes to show.
Yeah, so the IRGC has two leverages, which is to stop the so the Supreme Leader and Ghalibaf want a deal, and the IRGC and Paidari don't want a deal, right? So the Supreme Leader and Ghalibaf have the advantage of being actually the face of the Islamic Republic. IRGC cannot come and speak on behalf of the Islamic Republic. So that's what they have, so that they could make a deal happen. But the IRGC has the advantage of having the guns, so they could F things up in two major ways to make the deal not happen. One is that if the deal says you have to open the Strait of Hormuz, the IRGC could just shoot drones at commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz to stop the deal from happening. Also, the IRGC could tell Hezbollah to keep attacking Israel, so Israel is forced to respond, so that would make the deal from not happening. Also, the IRGC, I think, is uniting a little bit with the Paidari camp by putting ideological pressure on the Supreme Leader and Ghalibaf to stop the deal from happening. And them coming up with shrouds, by the way, they have been doing that before, but it has never been this big. They always said, if we come out with our shrouds, which this means this is a threat against the regime, right? Because the regime supporters are saying that if you come out with machine guns and shoot us the way that you shoot the anti-regime people in early January, we don't care. We are okay to die. They're saying that the secular-minded Iranians, they are weak because they're life lovers. We are strong because if you want to come out and you want to suppress us, we are okay. We're okay with that. You're gonna come at us. love to be martyrs. That's what the messaging is. So given that they're wearing shrouds when they're coming outside, that is a threat against the regime. A lot of people do, because I think a lot of people don't understand what's happening. They're like, oh, they're wearing shrouds because they're saying we're okay to become martyrs at the hands of the Americans and Israelis. That's not what they're saying. They're wearing shrouds because they're saying that we're willing to become martyrs at the hands of the regime. Like they're threatening the Islamic Republic, saying that we're okay to die if you want to come kill us. That's what they're saying. And oh my God, I have so many videos.
Let's go through them.
But guys, so Goldie, we're getting so many comments. Should I show the comments of the pro-regime people losing their mind again?
Yeah.
Because we have some of them. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Okay. So I forgot if I showed this to you guys. Did I show this? Okay, let me Goldie, you tell me. Oh yeah, this one. Ooh. Oh my God, this is so good. Goldie, did I show this? سلطنت طلب چیه رهبرمون به اون خیانت کرده.
No, I don't think you showed this one yesterday.
Ooh. Okay, guys, look at this. This person, this is in a IRGC. And by the way, Ali, thank you so much for being our spy in these Telegram accounts and sending these to me. Thank you so much. Let me translate this. So guys, these are in Fars News Agency Audience Club. That means that these are IRGC people. Okay, so good. Look at this, guys. This is so good. Let me just look at it in English. I think I should do it in Persian because I think my Persian is better. My translation is better. It says, "Forget the monarchists. Our supreme leader has betrayed us." Okay. Look at this. It's saying, "Why don't you understand? Ghalibaf and Arakchi are negotiating under the banner of the supreme leader." Guys, these are pro-regime people who are saying that he gets it. It's not Ghalibaf and Arakchi wouldn't be able to do any of this without the approval of the supreme leader. So it's the supreme leader who is betraying us, not just Ghalibaf and Arakchi. Right here, he says, "Mage mishe bikhabar bashe." Like, is it possible? Like, it's impossible for him not to know what's happening here. You say, چرا نمیخواهید بفهمید؟ اینو که خامنه‌ای فقط خامنه‌ای پدره. So it's like, why don't you want to understand that the only Khamenei is Khamenei the father, not Khamenei the son? This one is like not good. The son is not good. Okay. You say, از اولش معلوم بود که انتخاب بر اساس اصلح بودن نبود و بر اساس موروثی شدن ولایت فقیه بود. You're like, from the very beginning, it was very clear that the choice of the new supreme leader was not based on merit. It was based on inheritance. It was heredity. They made the guardianship of the jurors heredity. Okay, so this is one. I have more. Here. Let's go. Guys, you see the division this is causing among regime support. And guys, these are just like a taste. It's filled, like it's all over. It's so much that people are complaining that, like, cut it out. Like, why are the admins not removing the... Okay, yeah, actually, let me show you this. This is very revealing. So because there's so many comments and I can't go through all of them, I'll show you this instead that basically demonstrates the number of comments that are out there. Okay, so this comment is a comment that admits the volume of the other comments. So instead of me showing everything, I'll show you this one, right? So this person is saying, چقدر بحثای علکی اینجا شکل گرفته. شما که میدونید ایران تسلیم شد و تموم شد و رفت، دیگه بحث کردن نداره. So again, this is also in the IRGC affiliated Telegram account, and he's complaining about all of these people saying that it's over, that the Islamic Republic has submitted and surrendered. He's saying, how pathetic are all of these comments here. Like these are like what is it with this volume of nonsensical comments here? All you people who are saying that Iran has surrendered and it's over, then go. Like, why are you talking? Then why are you discussing? Like, if it's all over, then it's all over. Like he's basically saying, get the F out of here. Right? So this demonstrates the level, the volume of the comments basically being upset about this. Okay. And then here's another person admitting regarding the volume and the frustration of all the comments regarding being upset with the supreme leader and being upset with the Islamic Republic, right? So here's another comment saying, "Dehane beband dige." Like, shut your mouth, god damn it. Admins, remove this guy. Why aren't you removing these people? Inoro, like, admins remove people like this. Like, hey, he's basically saying, where are the mods? Where are the mods? Why are comments like these are not being removed? He's saying, Inoro has kondige admin. Like, god damn it, admins, why aren't you removing these comments? And he's saying, Ye mush musadi muzur ahmaq. There's like a bunch of Mossad agents, stupid Mossad agents, infiltrators are here commenting. Why is nobody removing them? Like, stop spreading your nonsense, you goddamn crap piece of. I swear to God. And it's saying, چقدر میخورید شماها. And like, why aren't you eating? Why are you eating so much SHIT? رهبر چه خیانتی کرده آخه؟ Like, how has the supreme leader betrayed us? What are you talking about? God damn it. بس بابا برید بخوابید. Like, stop it, go to sleep. Just go to sleep. نمیبینید دیگه کسی I don't know what he said. I don't know what this that is. And like, don't you see that you're basically not important? Like, I don't know what he's saying here, because he's trying not to swear, so he's putting, like, here when he was saying SHIT, he put dots because he's trying to be polite, and here he's also swearing, so I don't know what he wanted to say here. همین امشب فهمیدن داستان چیه؟ میگه like, oh, you just figured out what's happening just tonight? بس بابا حال به هم زنای زایه. Like, you're making us disgusted. Stop it already. Just stop. من نمیدونم این نظام چی داره که یا این وری میزننش یا اون وری، هر چی داره حقه که اینطوری میزننش. Oh, now I get. Originally I didn't understand what they're saying, but now I understand it. You're like, I don't know what's the issue with our regime that people hit it from both. People are hitting it from both sides. Guys, he's saying people are hitting the regime from both sides. You're like, this man is saying, why is our regime being hit on both sides? Remember, I told you about the double uprising? This saying, why is it that people are hitting us from the secular-minded Iranians are hitting us, and now these Islamic people are also hitting us? He's saying, he's saying our regime will be on the right side if it's being hit from both sides. This this guy is saying if the pro-Pahlavi people here are hitting the regime, and now the Islamic people are also hitting the regime. This might be that the regime is just. That's why people from all sides are hitting it. Okay, but that's coping, in my opinion. Cope. Let me delete this. Okay, let me see. Oh my God, guys, we have so many of these. We have. Oh, here's another one. Ooh, guys, do you like these? Let me know if you're enjoying these, because guys, President Trump, whether you like him or you don't like him, whether you like his policies or you don't like his policies, he has managed to do the impossible. Okay, he has managed to get the Shia boy to say we lost. Okay, we Iranians have been saying for years, بچه شیعه باخت نمیده, which means that a Shia boy never admits defeat. But that rule has now been violated. President Trump has broken them. for the first time in history, we Iranians are witnessing بچه‌شیه باخت میده. بچه‌شیه باخت داد. Which means for the first time in history, the Shia boy is accepting that they have been defeated. Okay. President Trump has broken them. Okay. Well, I don't know. So all of those ups and downs and all the things that frustrating you and you couldn't make a sense of, it broke them. It broke them. Look at them. Okay. It worked. It's working. We told you guys, as unpredictable and frustrating this is more frustrating to them, and it's working. And we also told you guys, we told you that it's not enough for the regime to be defeated. They have to accept that they have been defeated. And you could defeat the Islamic Republic with military operations, but you can't get them to accept that they are defeated. You can get the Islamic Republic to defeat them with financial and economic pressure, but you can't get them to accept that they have been defeated. These people will starve, but they would not accept that they're defeated. This is why beyond military operations and beyond economic pressure, you needed the information and the psychological warfare. You needed the negotiation. You needed the ceasefire, because the military operation did not break them. The economic pressure did not break them, but the negotiations did. And this is an ideological warfare. You need to destroy these people, not just militarily and economically, but also ideologically. And you have won when these people come out and admit that they have lost, and you could only get that admission not by just killing them, but humiliating them. And you get the humiliation if they come to the table and they sign a paper with the people who killed their supreme leader. That's the ultimate humiliation, and that humiliation will kill them ideologically. This is why the Shias correctly say hayat min nazallat, which means no to this humiliation, because they welcome death. They welcome death, but they do not want humiliation, because they know that their movement could survive their death, but it could not survive their humiliation. If you want to kill individuals, you kill them physically. But if you want to kill a movement, you humiliate it. And this is the sign that it's working. Right? So look at this one. This person, again, in an IRGC group, is saying, نه خواهر برادر، هیچ سیاستی نیست جز این که منافع خود تمام ارزش های اسلامی رهبر رو زیر پا گذاشته و با دشمن اسلام و مسلمین، با قاتل رهبر و خانواده‌اش دست دوستی دادن. همین. Okay, so let me translate the first part. He's like, no, my sister and my brother. There is no policy. There is no 5D chess, guys. Because on their side, some of them are coping by saying, like, no, guys, don't worry. Our leaders are doing 5D chess. So this guy is saying, no. There is no policy. There is no 5D chess. We're losing. The only thing that is happening is that for their own interest, they're selling out all of the values, all the Islamic values of our supreme leader. They're throwing it all out, and they're dealing with the enemy of Islam and Muslims. They're dealing with the murderer of our supreme leader and his family. They're putting out the hand of friendship with the murderers of our supreme leader and his family. That is all. I mean, that is all. That's all that is happening. There is no 5D chess policy plan here. We're being betrayed and saying, البته بعید هم نیست که از ابتدا جاسوس موساد بوده باشن. He's saying, however, it is a possibility that these people have been spies of Mossad from the very beginning. From the very beginning, these people have been the spies of Mossad. It is possible. It is possible. A bit amazing. Okay. All right, but it's not just the people, it's also the politicians. Guys, the politicians, and the influencers. Kung Fu Panda Raifipur is here. Let's see was this already played? Or no? This
I
is
don't-
new? Okay. So, guys, this is Raifipur. This is one of the most influential influencers in support of the Islamic Republic within Iran. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this guy and follows him. Okay. Yeah. See, if started to say, I have seen that. That is epic. Okay, let's watch this again. Okay, let's see what Raifipur is saying, guys. When it comes to that audience size, this guy is it. Okay, this guy is the Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes of the Islamic Republic, all packed in one, like all of it in one, like it's like all of it, right? Like that's how influential he is, right? So let's see what he has to say.
واکنش این دو شب گذشته مردم نشون داد که کاملا حساسن به کوچکترین کلمات.
Ooh, okay. So he's saying the reaction of the people in the streets that came out against the negotiations has shown us all that they are very sensitive about every single word on the agreements. Like they pay attention to every single word and they're sensitive about it. Okay.
و این مردم اینجا نمیدن فستیوال برگزار کنه که این بالا بخونه که حرف بزنین و خوشش بیاد.
He's saying these people, us, we didn't just come out just for a festival, so that we didn't come out for entertainment, for us to just hang out and just have fun, for somebody to come up here and talk and people clap. Like this hasn't been a festival. This is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. Like we're here to, like, this is a movement. This is not a festival. Like he's saying that all of these protests, the pro-regime protests, will come out here and we have a demand. We didn't come out here for just entertainment. Like we didn't come here to just like somebody come to talk here and we just wave our flags around for nothing. Like, okay, this is their highest priority. They have given blood for this. We have given blood for this. We all want blood. We gave blood, so we want blood. We want blood, so we gave the blood of our supreme leader and all the people that the Americans and Israelis killed. So we want blood. Like we don't want a deal. We don't want negotiations. We want American blood. We want Israeli blood. That's what he's saying. They took our blood. We want their blood. That's what he's saying. We say we're khuncha. Khuncha means the people who want blood. Blood wanters. Right? So we're saying we're khuncha. We want blood.
میکنیم ضعف نشون نمیدیم این همه
we're not going to show any weakness.
فکر فراموش میکنیم ضعف نشون نمیدیم.
Like we're not going to forget. You think we're going to forget this? We're not going to show any weakness.
این همه شهید دادیم رهبرمون شهید شده.
Like we gave so many martyrs. Our supreme leader became a martyr.
روی زمین تو خونش تو محل کاره.
Like in his home. On his home, in his working area. They killed him in his working area.
برای چی؟ برای اینکه بگه مثل لایوبای مثل یزید. یکی مثل.
Okay, so he's saying he's saying our supreme leader died to say this for what reason did he die? What did the supreme leader die for? And then here he says something in Arabic. Guys, if you understand this phrase in Arabic, you would then understand the ideology of the Islamic Republic. One of them is Hayat min Nazalat, and then it's this part, okay? This other Arabic part. What does that translate to? یه کسی مثل من با یه کسی مثل یزید بیعت نمیکنه. Okay, so Hayat min Nazalat, which means no to this humiliation, is a quote by Imam Hussein, the third Imam of Shia Muslims, in the Battle of Karbala against Yazid. This quote that he just said here is another quote from Hussein, Imam Hussein, the third Imam of Shia Muslims, in the Battle of Karbala against Yazid. Imam Hussein said that somebody like me, this is what Imam Hussein of Shia Muslims said in the Battle of Karbala. Listen, somebody like me here. Let me put it back. Go back. Okay, go back here.
یکی مثل من با یکی مثل یزید بیعت نمیکنه.
A person like me would not would not bayat, would not submit, would not accept somebody like Yazid. Basically suggesting that there is no talking to the Americans. Talking to the Americans is like negotiating with the devil, to the evil, to evil. So talking to the Americans is submitting to evil. That's what he's saying. He's basically, this is a red line for us. Maybe not, accepting the terms of the Americans is basically something that Hussein would never do. And he's saying that Ali Khamenei died for that value. So why are we now betraying his blood by moving against exactly the values that he died for?
ما خون دادیم اگه قرار بود ما میتونیم سر خم کنیم میرفتیم با اسرائیل میبستیم.
Ooh. He's saying if we were supposed to bow our head and accept their terms, we would just go and make an agreement with Israel.
آقا یه هفته جنگ اضافه تر پیدا میکرد پتروشیمیان نمیزدن یه خورده اضافه تر بکنه برقو میزنن. خب اگه اینجوری که اصلا 4 هفته قبلترش قطع میکردیم میرفتیم باشیم میبستیم داداش چی میخواد بیا بردو ببر که رهبرمون رو نزنن.
Okay, guys, this is so cool. Listen to this. He's saying people keep telling us that, oh, but if we don't do a ceasefire, they're going to come and bomb our petrochemical facilities. Oh, but if we don't do a ceasefire, they're going to come and hit our power plants. You're like, well, if you're worried about petrochemical companies, facilities, and power plants, then we should have dealt with them before they killed our supreme leader. So you're saying if you want to do a deal with them to save our power plants, then why the hell didn't we do a deal with them before they killed our supreme leader? Right? And like you're trying to do, like we resisted doing a deal with them and they took our supreme leader away. Now you want to do a deal with them to save our power plants? Right? That the time for dealing with them is over. Like if it makes sense to do a deal now, we should have done a deal before. Okay. Which is true. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I see the super chats. We'll read them after this. We'll go through these updates.
Armin, can you send me the link to this video after?
Okay, yes,
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, okay. I'll upload it to you because I have it downloaded.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, okay.
می‌کردیم می‌رفتیم باشیم می‌بستیم داداش چی می‌خواد بیا بردو ببر که رهبرمون رو نزنن.
Like he's saying we should have, if we were going to do a deal with them, we should have just told Israelis and Americans to just come here, come to Iran. What do you want? Come take whatever you want. So at least we could have kept our supreme leader. Like if we're going to submit to the Americans and Israelis, we should have just told the Americans and Israelis, like, come take whatever you want. Just so at least at that point, our supreme leader would still be with us.
باشیم می‌بستیم داداش چی می‌خواد بیا بردو ببر که رهبرمون رو نزنن.
Oh my god.
ما وایسادیم برای عزتمون. برای
Ooh, he's saying we're here. We are standing for our honor. It's for our honor. We're standing up and resisting for our honor. Like he's saying, forget the power plants, forget the, petrochemical, but forget everything. Like we should keep fighting because for our honor.
عزتمون. برای آینده این بچه‌ها و اون چیزی که ما
for the future of these children.
می‌فهمید هر جا محکم وایسی درست حسابی تو گوشه اینا بزنی مثل عقب میرن.
He's saying the thing that we have learned is that if you stand strong and then if you stand strong and slap them in the face, they will run away like a dog. So he's saying these politicians don't know what they're doing because they think if they negotiate with the Americans, they will go away. He says you got it wrong. If you stand strong and slap them in the face, they will run away like a dog. That's what he said.
دیدید سر ماجرا پارس جنوبی غلطی کردن، درست حسابی LNG قطر خورد، ترامپ عوض نتانیاهو اومد اعلام کرد غلط کرده بیجا کرده.
So he's giving an example. He's saying, for example, remember when the Israelis hit Qatar, then Trump came and begged on behalf of the Qataris to Israel to come and forgive them. He said, like, if you stand strong, they actually will come and beg you to forgive them. Which is a weird example because Qatar never actually fought back.
ترامپ عوض نتانیاهو اومد اعلام کرد غلط کرده بیجا کرده شکر خورده این نبوده فلان. واقعیتش اینه.
So he's saying like Trump came on behalf of Israelis to the Qataris and said like, oh, we ate shit, sorry, begging for forgiveness to the Qataris. He's saying this is how these people are. So there's that. Okay. So let's go to guy. By the way, guys, Raifipur is more aligned with the Paidari camp. Okay, obviously. Another person. So that was that was one of the most important influencers of the Islamic Republic. By the way, I have a history with that guy. This guy is Rasai. This guy is Rasai. You guys remember this, right? This is a member of parliament, part of the Paidari camp. Also, the guy that posted about against the supreme leader, and then he acted like it wasn't about the supreme leader. You know, the Noha verse from the Quran. I'm not going to go through that again, but if you remember, you remember. But this is the same guy. Okay, so let's see what he has to say coming into the streets.
خیلی معنی داشت. یهو من دیدم یک ساعت پیش ترامپ ملعون همین توییت به زبان انگلیسی آقای عراقچی رو تو صفحش بازنشر کرد.
Guys, remember when as soon as we saw President Trump posting the screenshot of Arakchi's tweet, what did I tell you? I called it the kiss of death. I like, oh no. I like, oh no. So some people were upset that, oh no, why is President Trump agreeing with Arakchi? I like, oh guys, do you not get it? Do you not get it? Do you know how devastating this is for Arakchi, for President Trump to post his tweet as an agreement with Arakchi? Do you know the division that this is going to cause? Do you know what the reaction is going to be from the pro-regime Iranians? And then look at this, exactly as it was told for you two guys, right? Exactly what we said here, exactly what we said on Iran Revolution Live. These people are coming and saying, holy crap, they are together. President Trump is posting Arakchi's tweets. They're working with each other. Okay. Maximum division, maximum chaos within the Islamic Republic. I called it the kiss of death. And this is proof that it's true. Look at this. Let's see what this guy is saying. And guys, this is less than 20. If anything, I thought it's going to take a day or two. This was less than 24 hours after that.
خیلی معنی داشت. یهو من دیدم یک ساعت پیش ترامپ ملعون همین توییت به زبان انگلیسی آقای عراقچی رو تو صفحش بازنشر کرد.
So he's saying, just an hour ago, I saw President Trump, the cursed Trump, posting the English tweet of Arakchi on his own, platform.
یعنی چی؟ یعنی ترامپ
You say, what does that mean? What does that mean? It means
داره با استفاده از متن آقای عراقچی اعلام میکنه که اون حرفایی که من زدم درسته. خب آقای
this means that Trump is using Arakchi's post to say that what I said about the agreement is correct. He's using Arakchi's post to say that.
عراقچی چرا خطای اینجوری میکنی؟
Like, oh, Mr. Arakchi, why are you making such a mistake?
چرا توییت اینجوری میزنی؟ میگه
Why are you tweeting that?
رهبر ما در پیام 14 خرداد نگفتن کسانی که مردم رو ناامید کنن، دلسرد کنن، تو زمین دشمن دارن بازی میکنن.
Like, didn't our supreme leader tell you that anybody who moves hope away from our people is working for the enemy? So he's basically saying, Arakchi, you're working for the enemy.
چرا شما متنی رو به انگلیسی توییت میکنی که ترامپ خوشش میاد؟
Like, why are you posting something in English that Trump enjoys? Why are you making Trump happy with your post?
برمی‌داره تو صفحه‌شون رو بازنشر میکنه.
He posted on his own page.
نگفته لن ترضى عنك اليهود.
Wow, Yahud? I don't know what he was saying there. He was cursing the Yahud or something at the end there. Okay, guys, there is a meme going on by Iranians. Wait, is this a... Okay, so yeah, this is a so guys, Iranians use AI to make this meme, and it's this guy with the lion and sun flag behind. So guys, the Iranian people are enjoying this so much, watching the pro-regime people just turning against each other. So this guy is like this meme. Let me explain this meme. This is a guy that is on our side with the lion and sun flag going online, and he's telling commenting as a Basiji, right? He's saying like, yeah, negotiations with the murderer of our supreme leader. No, like resistance is costly. We have to pay the cost. I am also a Basiji, but right now, it's about the honor of our country. So I don't. It's not funny in English, but it's basically saying that we're having so much fun watching the regime people turn against each other that we want to go participate and be saying like, yeah, no to negotiations. They killed our supreme leader, guys, right? Am I right? My fellow Basijis, am I right? Right? Okay. So, okay, there's that. I do want to find, okay, let me see if I can find this. Hold on. Oh yeah, I found it immediately. So I showed you, I don't have something ready for you, but I need to find it by Sabati. Let me see if I can. I have this one. This is another member of parliament, obviously from the Paidari camp. But there's also a video that I heard on the news from Sabati, which is another member of parliament, which is from the Paidari camp. Just showed because I think Goldie already showed you people coming into the streets chanting death to the compromisers and death to Arakshi, right? So you guys have already seen those. But what I want to show you is that it's not just the pro-regime people in the streets. It's not just them. It's also the regime officials at the highest levels. تصمیم قطعی شما. Okay, I found some videos from Sabati. I'm gonna save these in case it's those, because Sabati has said some things that has caused a lot of okay, I think I found some. Yep, found it. Okay, so let's go through these one by one. Guys, these videos from the regime officials, for a member of parliament and influential people within the regime complaining about the agreement. I think this is very eye-opening to you guys. Like, let me know in the chat if you're finding this helpful to understand the internal politics of the Islamic Republic. Okay, so this is Nabavian. Nabavian, I think you guys remember him. 3 things to know about him: he's a member of parliament, he's a member of the Paidari camp, he was part of the delegation team with Ghalibaf that went to Islamabad. A few things other things you need to know about him: he's one of the greatest critics of the agreements with the Americans. Okay, so yes. Okay, well, thank you guys for the people in the chat. They're telling me about something. I'll check it out right now. You guys are okay, really good. You guys are helping me as well. Ibrahim Azizi. I'm not saying. Oh, yep, got it. Thank you, Texas Troop. I'm gonna look at that soon. But here, let me see. Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's look at this guy first. Jalili is actually very important, so we'll go through that as well. But let's look at Nabavian first. So let's see what Nabavian is saying. So he's saying, based on the text of the agreement that apparently is going to be signed, we're going to be giving them the Strait of Hormuz. Like, I'm not saying that we have already given it to them, but it's in the agreement. Like, I'm not saying we have a deal yet. Like, don't come at me. I'm not saying that. However, like, but unfortunately, if you go look at the text of the agreement from our side, from the Islamic Republic side, if you look at what it says in there, this is a deal that this is a deal that they're going with, that is possible. So there shouldn't be any agreement. There shouldn't be any agreement. And like he's saying people complain to me saying like, but we have to negotiate with them. Like, I'm not talking about the negotiation. Go, if you want to go negotiate. But this agreement that they're giving us, that they're saying that this is what's going to be signed, this is crap.
برید مذاکره بکنید متنی بیاورید که منافع ملت ایران را تامین
Like, go bring a better text that actually is in our favor, in favor of our interests.
ملت ایرانی که الان در اوج ابرقدرت چهارم دنیا
Like he's saying the Iranian nation, which is bullcrap. He's talking about the Islamic Republic. He said the Iranian nation is now the fourth biggest superpower in the world. Zart, like, we are such a superpower. Why are we submitting to them like this? We're way more powerful to basically give in to the Americans.
نیارید زمینش بزنید.
Like, we're so high, we're so powerful. You're bringing us down with this agreement.
بقول یه نفر محترم آمریکا زدیم زمین، رو سینه‌اش نشستیم، خواستیم کار تموم بکنیم، یک دفعه گفتیم پاشو باش. دستش گرفتیم گفتیم بیا مذاکره کنید تو اینور. بعد رفتیم به توافق میکنیم. حالا ما خودمون دراز کشیدیم تو رو سینه ما بشین.
So he's bringing up an analogy. He says, like, we were winning against the Americans in war so much, and this agreement is kind of like as if we were defeating the Americans in wrestling, and we had them on the ground, and we were sitting on their chests. And instead of like keep sitting on their chest, we're getting up, we're holding their hand, we're asking them, like, helping them to get up, and we're telling them, like, okay, now I will lie on the ground and you sit on my chest. This is what this guy is saying. Like, what are we doing? Like, we don't deserve this. Our country doesn't deserve this agreement. Like, we're giving up everything when it comes to the sanctions, when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, when it comes to nuclear. Like, if we do this, we're going to turn into a colony of the United States. Like, when it comes to them releasing their funds to us, there's no credibility, there's no validity into that. There's no way to actually enforce it. There's no guarantees for enforcement.
غرامت اون صندوق که توضیح دادیم به نظر من این متن خسارت محض.
Saying this text that you want us to sign is pure damage to us.
و حتما در تضاد با منافع ملت ایران.
And goes against our interests and says the interests of the Iranian nations be like bullcrap. It's talking about the Islamic Republic.
پیشنهادم اینه خطوط قرمز آقا رو رعایت کنید. حداقل
Like, my suggestion is to abide by the red lines of our supreme leader.
10 بند شام رو رعایت کنید. 10 بندی که شام برای آتش بس ارائه داده.
By the way, guys, we have a new announcement from the government is that those 10 conditions didn't actually come from the supreme leader, which to me it suggests that the regime is trying to be more flexible, because they're saying, like, oh, those 10 conditions that came from the Supreme Security Council, so the Supreme National Security Council. So remember, guys, we had 10 conditions for the deal that they used to tell us came from the supreme leader. Now the regime is saying that actually, that was not from the supreme leader. That was from the Security Council, which means that they're trying to be more flexible to the Americans by saying that those were not the red lines of our leader. So they can be violated. Okay, so there's that. And apparently, Shin just posted this. Shin is posted Saeed Jalili, Iranian hardliner who has a huge anti-deal fan base, has been sacked from the Islamic regime Supreme National Security Council. Is that real? Holy crap, that's amazing. Guys, the regime is trying to silence the Paidari camp. This is more sign that they're trying to go for a deal.
When did you post this?
Just 2 hours. Oh, it's 1
hour.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah. Wow. The regime is like, shh. It will be all over soon. Just take it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Okay, poor Paidari Cam. You're being guys. Prediction time. If this is actually true, it's going to make the Paidari people lose their goddamn mind. They're going to be like, okay, this is absolute proof that we have been taken over. This is absolute proof that the Zionists are ruling over us. The spies, Mossad spies, are all over the regime, and we have no say. We were winning in battle against the Americans, but now we're losing because the Zionists. This is the Jews. This is the Jewish way. The Jews cannot fight, but they can scheme. We had the upper hand in the battlefield. Yes, this is my prediction, okay? We had the upper hand in the battlefield, but the Jews, with their Jewish ways, they come and stab you from the back with their scheming ways. And their scheming ways is that they come and take over your government by infiltrating inside and taking over. Like Ghalibaf is a Jew, Arakshi is a Jewish spy. Everybody, you're a Jew. I don't know. Like, everybody is a Jew. Everybody is a Jew. Guys, how long before Mushtaba ends up being a Jewish spy? Huh? How much time we have before these people come out and say Beit Rahbari has been taken over by Jews? Right? I'm a Jewish spy. You're a Jewish spy. Goldie's a Jewish spy. Everybody gets to be a Jewish spy today, okay? But again, my prediction is that now that Jalili is being sacked, they're going to be like, we've been taken over. This is the end. The Jews with their Jewish ways have came out and take over the regime. Right? Yay, we all get to be Jews, guys. Isn't that nice? Okay, wait, let me see. I have more. So many juicy things. Okay, guys, let me show a meme that people, non-Iranians are not going to get. Non-Iranians are not going to get this, but for it's too hard to explain. I'm just showing this for the Iranians watching, okay? Just for the Iranian watching. Just so you guys enjoy this, okay? Okay. just I'm sorry, guys. Just Iranians, just enjoy this for a little bit. Rahbar moyam, rahbar toy. Anyways, this is too hard to explain, so I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm not gonna. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let's see. One more. Oh, here. Look at this. We got more. Here. Masih Qalibaf. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here. This guy is saying علی رو در قلب تهران کشتن و پشت مشتربا رو خالی کردن تا به صلح با مویه بکشانندش. Oh, okay. So he's saying, okay, this is too much Shia Durka mythology involved. He's saying they killed Ali in the heart of Tehran, and they stopped supporting the Mushtaba so that they could drag him to peace with evil, to do a peace deal with evil. Okay, this has a lot of Shia mythology ideology in it that I don't know if I could spend time, because we want to go to the Q&A. Let me see if this is a good one. So ببخشید اگه توافقتون برنمی‌دازه و وحدتتون نقض میشه. دشمن به بیروت حمله کرد. فرمانده عزیز. Oh my god. الوداع ببینم در این آزمون چه میکنید. Okay, so this guy is being sarcastic. He like, excuse me sir. There's a nice peace agreement that you have there. However, our enemy is bombing Beirut. I know you have a very nice peace agreement going on over there. I hope it doesn't put a scratch on your peace agreement, but our enemy is bombing Beirut as we're speaking. Okay. Dear military commanders, I know this might be an inconvenience to you. I'm sorry to bother you with this, but our enemy is pounding Hezbollah in Beirut. Right. Like, are you going to respond to this? Or would that be too inconvenient for your peace agreement over there? Right? So, oh my God, these are so good. Let me show you some newspapers. Oh my God. Okay, newspaper. These two newspaper. All right, guys, are you enjoying this as much as I am, or it's just me? Okay. Two newspapers with two different views in Iran. Okay, so this is one newspaper. This newspaper is aligned with the so-called reformist. Okay, this newspaper is aligned with the Paidari camp. Okay, so this is No Bunyad allied with the Paidari camp, and this newspaper Sazandagi is for the reformers. Okay, so No Bunyad put a header, a title for their front page saying "Dawat be taslim?" question mark, exclamation mark, saying invitation to surrender, right? So they are basically criticizing the agreement, saying that this is an invitation to surrender, right? And then we have another newspaper responding. They're like, invitation to chaos. So they're like, you guys are causing division and chaos and threatening stability in the country. Okay. So basically what's happening is that the Paidari people are telling the anti-deal people are telling the pro-deal people that you are bringing the country, you're destroying the country by making us surrender. And the pro-deal people are telling the anti-deal people that all you're crying, all you're coming out and saying like, oh no, like this is the end. You're causing division among us and you're ruining the country by causing all of this chaos. All right. So you're like, no, you're ruining the country. No, you're ruining the country. You're turning us into a colony of the United States. I'm like, no, you are causing us to turn against each other and causing division among us. And then let me see what Sabati came out and said. Hold on. This is a short version. There's a long version of this and there's a short version of this, I think. Do I have time for this? Do we have time for this? Let me see this. Is this the one that I have in mind or not? Let me quickly listen to this.
آقای سید مصطفی تاج‌زاده رو خیلی میشناسن. یه فعال سیاسی بوده در دوره اصلاحات با یه کارنامه خیلی مشخصی که دیگه حالا معرف حضور خیلی هستن.
No, this is not the one. This is the one here. This is both about Sabati. Guys, remember when nobody was talking about Sabati on English-speaking media, I told you, remember Amir Hossein Sabati, because he's going to be important. Remember? And I even showed you his picture, and I'm like, keep an eye on this guy, right? Remember this? Well, I had and like, keep an eye on this Sabati guy, because we're not going to talk about him, but at some point we are. This guy over here, right? The reason why I knew that we're going to talk about him, because I knew as we keep going through this path, I predicted that at some point the Islamic Republic will have to become flexible to the Americans, because or else they will die. I predicted that, I don't think these people want to die. I don't think that when Ghalibaf says, I want to be a martyr, I'm like, nope, no, you don't. You want to live. I was thinking that Mushtaba hasn't said anything, but when say Mushtaba is willing to die, I'm like, nope. My guess was that somebody like Ghalibaf and Mushtaba and most of these people, after what the Israelis did during the 12-day war, and also after the Americans and Israelis did during Operation Epic Fury, these people, I think I know, I don't know, but I do know that they go to sleep almost every single night, wetting their bed, thinking about what happened during those military operations, okay? They're terrified, they have trauma, and they're trying to make it so that we don't go back to the boom booms, okay? So IRGC doesn't want a deal, Paidari doesn't want a deal, but the Supreme Leadership Office wants a deal, and Ghalibaf wants a deal, right? So because I knew these people want a deal because they don't want to die, and they're afraid of going back to military operations because they might die next time. I knew that they're going to at some point become flexible to the Americans. And I knew that when this is why we introduced the Paidari camp to you before they became relevant everywhere else. We introduced them to you before everyone else started talking to them, because we knew that at some point they're going to become so important for the negotiations that even in English-speaking media they're going to talk about. And now, so this is why we introduced you to Sabati, right? And all of these other people, because now they're relevant. Now they're relevant. Okay, so let's see what he has to say.
بینی و بین الله احساس میکنم در برابر خدا جواب میدادم. هر کس هر چه میخواد بگه. شما میخواد خوشتون بیاد که احتمالاً خوشتون میاد، ولی شاید خیلی هم بدشون بیاد، ولی من در برابر خدا پاسخی ندارم. آقای عراقچی با این موضع گیری.
So he's basically saying, like, we have to be answerable to God. Like, I don't know, like, whatever positions you're making, how are you going to be answering God in the day of judgment if you take these positions? Now, that's not the important part. This is the important part. He's saying, Mr. Arakchi,
خدا پاسخی ندارم. آقای عراقچی با این موضع گیری، یعنی اصلا تحلیل درست و واقع بینانه نسبت به این جنگ، موقعیت امریکا و وضعیت ما نداره. لذا عزیزان.
So he's saying Mr. Arakchi, with all the positions he's taking, shows that he has no understanding regarding the correct decisions and strategies in this current situation.
و وضعیت ما نداره. لذا عزیزان، از دل این جمعیت فرقی هم نمیکنه بنده باشم، آقای نوباوه باشه، آقای کوچکزاده، فلسفی، عزیزان و برادران که اینجا هستن. حالا من نمیخوام همه رو اسم بیارم. باید استیضاحشون ثبت بشه در مجلس.
You see, the crowd goes wild. He's saying, like, we have to. استیضاح چی میشه؟ Goldie, استیضاح چی میشه؟ Before we can see, impeach. We have to impeach Arakchi in the parliament. We have to impeach Arakchi. And look at this. As soon as he said that, the crowd goes wild. As soon as he said Arakchi needs to be impeached in parliament, the crowd goes wild.
باید استیضاحشون ثبت بشه در مجلس و با اینکه
the crowd goes wild and goes Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. They like this. Let me actually upload this video that I told Goldie, because I don't want to forget that I need to send that to her. I'll do it right now so I don't forget.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
ولی اینکه مجلس رو همچنان با دلایلی که به نظر ما بعضیش وانه.
Ooh, actually they missed some of the important parts, because the Majlis, the parliament in the Islamic Republic, has been closed. Okay, do you know what? Like it had been closed for a long time. The reason why they did that is because so many of these Paidari camps are in the parliament, and the regime doesn't want to give them a platform. The regime doesn't want to give them a platform for them to come and complain regarding a deal happening or not. Okay, so guys, it is the Q&A time, but I want to say just one more thing, that I came up with a way to simplify this thing for you visually. Okay, you know, things are complicated, and I think that we're going to use, like, you know how in Monopoly you have like these different things that you play with? So we're going to make it very, very easy to understand each one of we have 4 segments of the Islamic Republic, and we're going to put a visual on each one of them. Okay, so we have IRGC, we have Paidari. Okay, wait, what was the Paidari? Oh yeah, we have the IRGC, Paidari, we have the Supreme Leadership Institution, and we have the Ghalibaf camp. These are the 4 camps of the Islamic Republic. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to call IRGC the boots. We're going to call Paidari the streets. So boots, streets. Ghalibaf would be the suits, and Supreme Leadership would be the turbans. Okay, so boots, streets, because that's what they call them. So boots, streets, suits, turbans. Boots, streets, suits, and turbans, right? So boots would be the IRGC, That is the segment of the Islamic Republic that has the highest amount of economic and military power, but they don't have a face. They don't have a representative. They don't have the charisma or the leader that could speak on behalf of the Islamic Republic, right? That's the boots. Then we have the streets. That is the Paidari camp. That is the pro-regime people in the streets pressuring the Islamic Republic for maximalist. This is the ideological pressure camp. Okay. The reason why we call them the streets is because the Paidari camp has zero power, has zero military power, zero financial power. The only influence they have is the influence they have over the pro-regime people in the streets, right? And then we have the suits, which is the Ghalibaf, Arakchi, Pezeshkian camp, and this is the negotiation facing fraction of the Islamic Republic. And they have the suits because they're diplomats. They're supposed to look more like the Westerners and more presentable to people, so they're the suits. I mean, presentable might, but whatever, as far as they could get, right? So those are the suits. And then we have the supreme leadership, the power of the supreme leadership, which is the turban, right? So IRGC's power comes from military and economy. Paidari's power comes from the fact that their views represents the views of many of the pro-regime people. Even though they're a minority, they represent their views better. The supreme leader, their main power comes from the sacredness of the office and the emotional attachment that pro-regime people have to the supreme leadership, and the sense of loyalty and devotion that is shrinking. But whatever is left, that is the source of power of the supreme leader. And the suits camp, the Ghalibaf camp, their source of power right now is the United States. Their source of power is the fact that that's the Americans are talking to them, and they are the only ones that could get this done. They could get a negotiation going forward, right? So their power comes from the U.S. military power and the fact that the U.S. could basically kill everyone else, right? So that's their source of power right now. All right, so those are. Let me know if that helps. The segment, does that help with trying to understand the Islamic Republic? So the Islamic Republic divided into 4 pieces: the boots, the streets, the turbans, and the suits. And among these 4, we could say the boots and the streets are against the deal, and the turbans and the suits are for a deal. The turbans are trying to hide the fact that they're for a deal, but the turbans and the suits are for a deal. The boots and the streets are against the deal. Make sense? Okay, good. All right. I think that was helpful. Great explanation. Well, thank you. Okay. I think so. All right. So let's go. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. No, that's right. No oppression today. Okay, good. Okay. All right. So, guys, let's go with the super chats. And guys, if it's still confusing, you could come to our discussion group and ask me about it. I'll try to do it, make it even more simple. Okay, this is a Q&A section. So thank you guys for everybody who's supporting us. We're going to go through your comments and respond to them. Amir the Cricket saying, happy 80th birthday, Mr. Worldwide. Yep, President Trump. Agent Orange Dawn, I don't know how to pronounce. Goldie, how?
Agent Orange Dawn, the Con Cadet, Bones, Birds, Mango Mussolini, Trump, whole thin skin, Donald J. Trump.
I think he's making fun of the TDS people by saying.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Amir. Thank you. That was hard to read. That's why we have Goldie here. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. And then, that's not the only reason. I'm joking. Thank you, Mir, for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Welcome to our group.
Welcome.
Welcome. And then Steak and Beans got gifted 10 memberships to Liberty Politics, people who are right now in Liberty Politics. Thank you so much. And then we have Fickle Knot. celebrating 3 months of membership by saying Epic Fury birthday present. Yes. Ooh, that would have been nice if we get some IRGC pounding going on President Trump's birthday. We're getting some Hezbollah pounding, so that's nice. That's nice. Epic Fury, yep. And then Fleshy Interloper saying, for the counter. Thank you, Fleshy Interloper. Thank you, getting us started. And Amir with a super chat saying, Mr. Taramp, happy birthday, Mr. Taramp. Yes, exactly. That's perfect. Persianized it. I really appreciate Amir's love for Iran. Amir. I know we have our disagreements, but I love how much you love Iran. As an Iranian, I love Israel, and as an Israeli, you love Iran, and I think that's beautiful. Aristotle or Plato with a super chat saying, Armin and Goldie, the true voice of the Iranian folk. Oh, thank you. We try. The main voice of the Iranian people is Prince Reza Pahlavi, and after that, Goldie. I think that Goldie is the second.
No.
Yeah,
There's so many more other people. No.
After Prince Reza Pahlavi, Goldie is the main voice of the Iranian people.
Oh my gosh, that's no. We're all equal. It's only King Reza Pahlavi is the.
Stop being a communist, Goldie. We're not all equal. Stop being a commie.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't hate me. All right. So Sherry with a membership gift. Thank you so much, Sherry. 5 membership gifts to the people in Liberty Politics live chat. I appreciate that. And then thank you, Sherry. Oh, no, wait, Auntie Sherry, my second aunt. Where was Sherry? Was she in Texas? I know I have Aunt Kay is in Florida. I don't know where Aunt Sherry is. I forgot. Thank you, Sherry. Ooh. And then Philly, thank you so much for the super chat saying, Armin, will we have Ali, the one you go live with, as a guest on Iran Revolution Live in the near future? No, Ali has its own segment. We're going to keep that segment like that. But yeah, Ali is the one who infiltrates all of these IRGC groups and comes with this information. Ali is our spy, right? In all the IRGC groups. He's amazing. Fleshy Interloper, thank you so much for the super chat saying losing their mind. Yes, exactly. That's what's happening. And we have President Trump to thank for that. I don't know. Some of you don't like President Trump. Some of you love President Trump. But the results speak for themselves, right? Whatever criticisms you have for President Trump, you have to admit he achieved something that seemed impossible. And then, no, guys, Goldie will never be a communist. Goldie, can you confirm that you're a capitalist, a proud capitalist?
Yes, I'm a proud capitalist, and I hate communism.
There you go. There we go. Okay. Sorry, Samantha. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Let's go to. Yeah. By the way, guys, Iranians on average really, really hate communism. Really, on average, best. So, Iranians have been turned off by Islam a lot, but I think that their hatred towards communism is even more on average. Not all, but most of them. George, thank you so much for the super chat saying DJT is like a Picasso. You don't need to understand in order to appreciate. Goldie, help. I don't understand. Help.
So Picasso is a famous artist who does.
I know who Picasso is.
So basically, he's saying Donald J. Trump is like a Picasso. It's like a Picasso artwork.
Okay.
You might not understand all of it, but you can still appreciate it.
Yes. Okay. So I understood. I didn't understand the Donald DJT part. Okay, so that's
Donald
the part.
J. Trump.
Yeah, I know. Okay, sorry. Okay. Yes. Sorry, guys. Slow. I don't know why I'm slow today, but yes. I mean, Yeah, you even you could appreciate the results. Exactly. Exactly. Picasso, if you don't understand the Picasso art, you could see that it's selling with really high prices in the market. So the demand is proof that it's good. I look at it and I'm like, that's not beautiful. And you look at the market, you see that people are paying for it. They're like, okay, I guess it's good. I don't need to understand it. People want it. So exactly. Donald J. Trump, we don't understand how he managed to get the Shias to accept defeat, but the results speak for themselves. Also, this is a support for capitalism, right? Capitalism teaches you that demand is how you measure worth, not labor, demand. G-Force for the super chat saying the IDF should do a flyover at Khamenei's funeral like they did for Nasrallah. Oof.
That would be hilarious.
Ooh, beautiful. Fantastic. Love it. Oh my God. That is genius. That is really good. I would love that. Yes. That would be so humiliating. Yes, please, guys, make it happen. IDF. Somebody tell IDF that would be genius. PJ, thank you so much for the super chat saying, so how much internal fighting will it take between the IRGC weirdos before the Iranian people can fight or be free? So the internal fighting facilitates getting us to that point, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to weaken the regime. It's going to make the regime. Here's the thing. So it will give us the upper hand in so many different ways, right? First, regime would lose its legitimacy, meaning that it now has to try to suppress the voices of close to 100% of Iranians, not just 95% of them, right? Which is very difficult and not sustainable. Second, it will mean that many people who were fighting for the Islamic Republic against the Iranian people are now going to be much less determined to do so. I saw comments from pro-regime peoples, a couple of them, which demonstrated that there are more of them, suggesting that they're not going to be fighting, they're not going to come out and defend the regime against the people anymore. Again, Ali got us that. So this is going to weaken the regime. So, but it's a combination of losing support, losing legitimacy, and that being less sustainable. Plus, if we actually do manage to get a deal, the enriched uranium leaving Iran or being diluted inside Iran and the remainders of it being removed from Iran will remove the last remaining deterrence capability that the Islamic Republic has, the last remaining good one that it has. Which means that after the deal, we're going to go back to military operations against the Islamic Republic, and without having to worry about the enriched uranium. So it's not enough. This is not enough, but it's essential. Like, it's very helpful to get us there. However, everything that we're discussing here, everything that President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu have done, has gotten to us to the point where we're weakening the Islamic Republic. And that's only half the equation. Prince Reza Pahlavi, for a couple of years, has been advocating for making sure that we don't miss the other part of this equation, right? So Prince Reza Pahlavi has been saying, فشار حداکثری، حمایت حداکثری. So maximum pressure, maximum support. So everything we're discussing here is the maximum pressure against the Islamic Republic part, which is not enough. For the Iranian people to be able to fight, we need the maximum support element of this that Prince Reza Pahlavi advocates for. And I think that the best way to support the Iranian people, and I think many of you and Goldie and Mark Levin and other people agree, the best way to support the Iranian people is to arm them, is to arm the Iranian people. So I think that is an essential part of this. And this is why we started the Arm Us campaign, which has been very successful, right? So what's been happening is necessary. It's very helpful, but I do think that we also should work on the Armos campaign, and hopefully President Trump and Israel are working on that as we speak. Let me know if that answered your question, by the way. Amir, thank you for the support, BJ. Amir with another super chat. Thank you, Amir, saying, tears of Durkheim's poetic justice to see evil break apart. Exactly. This is why this is so beautiful to watch. Guys, yesterday was one of my best days. Like, guys, like, I think that the best day was when they killed Khamenei. This is the second best. I was watching this. And Steak and Beans, thank you so much for the super chat, saying, imagine Mossad admits Ghalibaf and Arakchi and Vahidi are Mossad. I don't think they should admit it, because if they admit it, then we're like, oh, okay, then they're not. Because obviously, but I think like keeping it like, but I think, you know what, they should put out some clues that maybe they are. Maybe not now, maybe after they get the enriched uranium out, because I am in favor of a deal right now. I am in favor of trying to get the uranium out with a negotiation and then going out and killing them anyways after you get the uranium out. So I think you need to save Ghalibaf, as you say. You need to save them until you get the enriched uranium out, and then once you get them out, they should go full on scorched earth on these people. And then we got another super chat here saying, after all that pump about how they're winning, they show themselves with all this talk now about avenging Khamenei. It shows they know they're losing. They find out they're losing. They didn't know that they're losing. They have found out they're losing because they're hearing it from their own people. This is why we should be loving the Paidari camp right now, okay? This is why we should be appreciative of what President Trump was doing. President Trump, because they didn't know that they're losing. They didn't know that they're losing when they killed Khamenei. They didn't know that they're losing when they lost 60 of the top generals and leaders of IRGC. They didn't know that they're losing when Larijani was killed, when Shamkhani was killed. They didn't know that they're losing when they couldn't even bury their own supreme leader, and he's in a fridge. They left him in the fridge, the dead body in the fridge. They didn't know that they're losing over that. They didn't know that they're losing when their supreme leader, where their gay Ayatollah, the new supreme leader, couldn't come out and even say, hi, nice to meet you. Like, he's missing. That didn't make them know that they're losing. They didn't know that they're losing when they lost their Navy, when they lost their air defense, when they lost their Air Force, when they lost their Basiji bases, IRGC bases. They didn't know that they're losing. They didn't know that they're losing when everything was becoming more expensive and their fridge were getting smaller and smaller. They didn't know that they're losing. But what made them know that they're losing is the humiliation of signing an agreement with the murderer of their supreme leader. When that happened, they figured out, like, holy crap, we're actually losing. That's what made them know that they're losing. The humiliation, that humiliation made them figure out that they're losing. And this is why the negotiation, even the suggestion of it, not even the signing of the paper, because remember, guys, nothing has been signed. No deal has been signed. No MOU has been signed. And we're already at this level of humiliation. Imagine if we actually have a signature on the MOU. Imagine if we actually have a signature on a deal. Imagine if the enriched uranium actually does get diluted and removed from inside Iran. Imagine what the reaction would be then. This is just a reaction to maybe we're going to have a signature on an MOU. Imagine what these people's reaction is going to be then. And this is important because President Trump managed to make these people figure out that they're losing. And you get that not with killing them, but with humiliating them. So killing them is important, but humiliating them is even more important. Let me know if all of this makes sense. We got another super chat from Justin. Thank you so much, Justin. Saying Trump post is tactical. No one was hurt or injured when they hit one of our Apaches. Yeah, yes, okay, yes. Yeah, actually, you're right. The expectation of Israel not responding because nobody was killed or hurt in Israel after the Islamic Republic and Hezbollah attack. The expectation that Israel shouldn't respond doesn't make any sense because United States responded even after the Apache helicopter went down and nobody died or was hurt over there. Very good point. Very good point. It doesn't make sense for President Trump to actually want that. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully this is just tactical, as you're saying. Even if it's not tactical, it's having the same effect as if it was tactical. Actually, speaking of, Ghalibaf came out and said that we're not going to fall for good cop, bad cop. I don't know if you saw that. Let me see if I could find that. Ghalibaf, let me see if this is the statement. Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf said Israel's attack on Dahya in Beirut showed Washington either lacked the will or the ability to carry out its commitments, worrying that the path forward was impossible if the United States failed to do so. He says the Zionist aggressions against Dahya, in English is Dahya. Dahya once again showed that the United States either has no will to implement its commitments or lacks that. You repeated yourself. We cannot gain concessions by showing green lights to the regime. Basically means to Israel. Oh, here, look at this line. The bad cop, good cop. No, the bad cop, good cop game has become old. Ghalibaf said in a post on X. And here's a quote. If you do not have the will and ability to implement your commitments, it is not possible to speak about continuing the path. So you know what that is? You guys know what that is? That is basically the IRGC being successful at stopping Ghalibaf from getting an agreement. That's what that is. And then we got another super chat. Fleshy Interloper, thank you so much for the Texas Trooper saying cry harder, Ghalibaf. That's good. Fleshy Interloper with the super chat saying a nice public signing ceremony with pictures. So that was originally a plan, and then the Islamic Republic. Ghalibaf told Trump, guys, this is what happened. Ghalibaf called Trump and like, listen. I know that when it comes to a deal, you like pictures, you want to see a picture, you like ceremonial things, but bro, listen. You are responsible for our supreme leader being dead. If we have a picture of somebody from your side sitting with me and signing a deal, that is the end of me. That is the end of me. I will not be able to survive that. I will not they will crucify me. So I think Ghalibaf is like, there is no way that we could have an agreement signed unless we do this virtually, digitally. And Trump was like, fine, let's do it digitally. I just need that enriched uranium out of here. And then after that, we could go back to effing you up. Oh, somebody's saying, why would Trump give an SHIT? Because if you could manage to make this deal work, which is very difficult, very, very difficult, then you have managed to get the enriched uranium out of Iran at a fraction of a price that it would have taken for the Americans to do so with militaries, by military. So Trump is trying to make it easier for Ghalibaf to get the deal done so that they could get the enriched uranium out. And then after that, the Islamic Republic is completely defenseless. Completely defenseless. This is the only important card that they have to play. If you get that out, they're completely naked. They have nothing. And then there's nothing to stop the Americans to go in and do whatever they want after. And somebody is saying, why would the IRGC allow access to the uranium even if the deal is signed? That's the right question. And we don't know how, like, the IRGC, this is why the IRGC seems to do not want to allow. So guys, remember, the IRGC against the deal, Mujtaba and Ghalibaf are for a deal. And IRGC can do three things. I said two things, it's actually three things. The IRGC could do three things to not let the deal happen. One, they could get Hezbollah to attack Israel, so Israel has to respond. And if Israel responds, then it will make Ghalibaf's job very difficult to get a deal, because the Hezbollah, not attacking Hezbollah, is one of the red lines. The IRGC could mess up with a deal happening by just throwing missiles and drones at the commercial ships in the Persian Gulf, at the Strait of Hormuz, and violating the agreement, right? How is Ghalibaf and Mujtaba going to stop that? Unless Mujtaba comes out and issues, this is what Mujtaba could do. Mujtaba could be like, this is really difficult. Oh my God. Oh, poor Mujtaba. Poor Mujtaba. Mujtaba has to figure out if at some point he needs to come out and publicly put out a statement saying, like, yeah, guys, we're doing this. So use the last remaining authority and legitimacy and loyalty that he has to speak against anyone from the IRGC that would want to attack. So basically, if Mujtaba comes out and publicly tells IRGC to stand down, then the IRGC will feel the pressure because it's a supreme leader, right? But for Mujtaba to do that, he would be spending the last remaining legitimacy that he has, and that would be the day that so many pro-regime people will come out against the supreme leader himself. Does that make sense? So look out for that statement. If it happens, then you know that you know what I'm talking about. So this is the only power that the supreme leader has over the IRGC. He has no military power over them, but he could come out and just say, this is what the supreme leader wants. Stand down. And then we have to see if the IRGC will stand down, or would they defy the supreme leader. We'll see. We'll see. We got another super chat from Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, saying, hi, Armin and Goldie. It's my daughter's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, my God. And she was wondering if she could get a shout out. Her name is Sky, and she's 8 years old. Yes.
Sky,
happy birthday, Sky.
We're going to do something even better. We're going to play you the Iranian happy birthday song. And Armin, last night, I actually found a version that has English subtitles, so Sky can follow along.
Ooh.
Yeah, so let me just bring that up.
Happy birthday, Sky.
Happy birthday. Happy 8th birthday, Sky. Oh my gosh. Look at this. All right.
Come up here.
Okay. Let me pull this up here. Let me share my screen.
People say happy birthday, Sky, in the chat. I see some people already doing that.
Let me just, I have to get rid of, I have to remove the message there. But here you go, Sky. Happy birthday. There you
That's
go.
great.
Very,
Happy
very
birthday,
happy
Sky.
birthday. Happy 8th birthday, Sky.
Nice. That was so sweet. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're just like it's so wholesome here. I like it.
It's a good community.
Yes, yes. Fleshy Interloper, thank you for the super chat saying confusion to our enemies. Yes, Fleshy Interloper, you remember you said I'm so confused. Now, like you see, it's working. It's working. It's good because it's confusing our enemies. And then we have RG RG. Thank you so much for the super chat. And it's just a rose. It's a rose. Beautiful rose. Thank you. And then we have Steak and Beans with a super chat saying, those internal fights are music to my ears, revealing all their cards. The internal alliances, the main figures, pure gold. Yes. Yes. And Steak and Beans, remember we said that this is going to happen way before anybody knew about the different segments of the Islamic Republic. Okay. To me, it's not just music to my ear, but it's also vindication after 5 years of saying this will happen. Eventually it did. Yesterday was, on the Persian channel, I was like, guys, have I not been saying that this day will come for the 5 years? And some of them were like, yes, I remember. It's vindication. Anyways, thank you, Stick and Beans, for the super chat. And yeah, Justin, thank you so much for the super chat saying, guys, the deal is literally causing a self-inflicted coup within the Islamic Republic. Yes, they're doing the work for us. Yes, as we predicted. Guys, imagine if we could just watch back and watch them do the uprising. This is a much safer uprising. I'm not saying we shouldn't have our own uprising, but we could basically watch back, grab some chips, tokhme, and some popcorn, and we're like, okay, you guys do the uprising. If you want to die, you guys do the dying. It's not like you're gonna survive this if you're successful with it. And then, thank you, by the way, Justin. Telmet, thank you so much for the super chat saying, did you happen to see Trump's answer to an NPR's reporter yesterday about the Iranian people? If no, I did not. Let me check rapid response, because I'm assuming it would be on rapid response if it happened. Not seeing it. Have you seen this, Goldie? I haven't seen it.
No.
Okay, I've seen it. Okay, okay. Goldie's gonna look for it. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Boboism saying, happy birthday, Mr. President. Yes, happy birthday. Oh, it's Sky's birthday and the president's birthday. Okay, so Sky shares a birthday with President Trump. Thank you, Boboism. Aristotle or Plato with a super chat saying 15 arrests outside a synagogue in UK, IRGC supporters. What? Goldie, have you seen this? Have you seen this?
No. Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Holy crap. I haven't seen this. I've been so focused on the agreement, the MOU, and the internal politics of the Islamic Republic. I've been missing everything else. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Okay. Goldie, would you also look into that? Also?
Yeah, I'm trying to find where, when was it yesterday? Do you know, when President Trump was speaking? Because if I know, which media appearance you're referring to, then I can find it. I'm doing a Trump analysis later, because I haven't watched all his videos, but yeah, I'll see if I can find the UK news.
Thank you for bringing this to our attention. And then we have Michanuga with a super chat. Probably mispronounced it. Michanuga is nice, anyways, even if it's wrong. Michanuga, thank you for the super chat. Saying, can I root for the Iranian football team, or is that supporting the IRGC? Yeah, that is unfortunately supporting the regime. Yeah, Javisha, but thank you for asking and clarifying. Great show. Appreciate your coverage. You have a great stream. Well, thank you, Michunuga. And yeah, unfortunately, rooting for it's not the Iran's team, it's the Islamic Republic's team. So with the women's team, it's you can support the women's team, but unfortunately, those people have been supportive of the Islamic Republic, because any team player that hasn't been supported have been getting rid of them. Right, they got rid of it. You agree, Goldie? Like people are like, it's not good. It's not a good idea to support the football team.
Yeah,
the regime team.
Yeah, no one is cheering for the football team. In fact, during the last FIFA games that were held in Qatar, when the Islamic regime team lost to England, Iranians in occupied Iran were celebrating. They were celebrating the loss. I would say don't root for the football team, because that's not the football team of the Iranian people. That's the football team of the Islamic regime, and all of the people within the football team, they're all connected to the Islamic regime. So we're not, we're actually engaging in a campaign. We're saying that the team does not represent Iran. It represents the Islamic regime. So we're against the Islamic regime team, and we hope that they lose.
Oh yeah, Goldie, I remember that. That was, what did you say? It was the Islamic Republic versus the USA?
I think it was England.
I think it was, because I remember
maybe
the Iranians.
I can't remember who it was, but I just know that there's I don't remember the sports team.
So
I just know they were playing someone and they lost, and Iranians were cheering the loss of the Islamic regime. Oh yeah, maybe it was the USA. Yeah, so Iranians were cheering.
And Goldie, I remember not only were they cheering inside Iran, Iranians were bringing out the US flag as in celebration inside Iran. We had a match between a US-Iran match, so-called Iran match, and the Islamic Republic team lost, US won, and the Iranians inside Iran were cheering, and they were bringing out US flags. When was this, guys? This was 4 years ago? Was it 4 years ago? It was 4 years ago. And this was a huge deal in Iran, because it was the first time in the history of our country where Iranians were celebrating the loss of their team. First time in history. And it was first time in history of the world where people in a country were celebrating the loss of the team that is supposed to be their team. First time in history. And not only that, I remember 4 years ago thinking, like, where did they get the American flags from? Like inside Iran. So that was pretty crazy. Guys, this was 4 years ago, before any of this. Because a lot of you might think like the Iranians have turned like pro-American and pro-Israeli recently. No. 4 years ago, when the Americans beat the Islamic Republic team, Iranians came out in the streets of Iran, inside Iran, and they were saying USA, USA, and waving the American flag. So so again, Texas saying, don't ask Americans about soccer. We don't know. Exactly. I think Iranians were celebrating the American win more than the Americans. Yeah, and Sketches has a good point. Like maybe they sell flags for burning and they were for burning, but people keep them. Yeah, that's a good point. Like that's a good point. Yeah, exactly. So okay. So guys, we have a history of this. Like a lot of you only recently realizing that Iranians are pro-Americans. So you didn't see, like, we were like Iranians, people are risking their lives 4 years ago chanting USA when the US team defeated the like so-called Iranian team 4 years ago. But we were so invisible back then that people worldwide were not saying that this was the risk that they were taking inside Iran, waving the American flag saying USA. Sketch Art Therapy with the super chat. Thank you, Sketch, saying Goldie equals sister in arms, and His Royal Highness is Reverend. How do you say that? I know what. Rev is Rev Father. Yeah, is Reverend Father. Okay. So His Royal Highness is Reverend Father. Goldie is sister in arms. Okay. Thank you, Sketch. And then we have Blackfish Blues with a super chat saying, in the event of a Durka civil war in Iran, is it possible that the so-called moderate faction prevails, and that they are defeated in a democratic election? Not really, because the IRGC has all the guns. What do the so-called moderate faction have? They have nothing. They don't have they don't have the economic power and the military power. So how are they going to win without the guns? Remember, the moderate faction doesn't have the support of the anti-regime Iranian people, right? So the anti-regime people. So remember, all of these four people, so there's five groups, right? So the four groups and also the so-called reformers, which have been sidelined. None of them, the Iranian people see all of them as the same. They hate all of them. All of them are hated by the anti-regime people. So given that the so-called moderate faction doesn't have guns, doesn't have support, doesn't have the economic force, what are they going to be fighting with? How are they going to defend themselves? The only chance they have is Americans support them just to do a deal against the IRGC. The only support that they have right now is a temporary support from the Americans, just so that they could get the enriched uranium out. And once that is out, they're going to lose that support as well. Al Fahim, thank you for the super chat, saying you should collab with Nick. Oh yeah, I remember you guys told me. Okay, so guys, if you want us to collab with anybody, they need to contact me, because I have tried to collab with people sometimes, and it didn't work out. It was not successful, right? And I don't have time to go try to convince people to come do collab with me. So they need to message me. And on my X, if you look at my X, I have my email on my X. So you could just send them my X account, and my email is there. And you could, and Goldie has her email as well. So they should contact us, because I don't really have time to try to make this work. If they reach out to us, then we do a collab. And thank you for the super chat. Ohana speaks. Thank you for the super chat, saying Armin and Goldie, you are the best at keeping us informed on the Lion and Sun Revolution. Well, thank you. How do we get both or either of you on Mark Levin, Sean Hannity, and Maria Bartiromo?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, you should focus on Goldie for that one, because she has the bigger platform. She has 100 times better chance to do that than me, I think, right? So, but yeah, that's really difficult because they are huge. But if you figure it out, let us know, because we don't know. But thank you for wanting us to get there. That would be guys, imagine if Goldie gets on that show, in one of these shows. Oh my god.
That would be,
we will amplify the voice of the Iranian.
I did another Newsmax interview this morning, though. That was good.
Thank you. That was good. Yes. Yeah, guys, thank you for helping us, trying to, thank you for trying to help us to amplify our voices. That you really appreciate that. Super backers, thank you for the super chat, saying Goldie, thank you for everything you do to make this world a better place. Thank you for all your teachings. God bless, and Javid Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goldie's the best. And we have Fox IL. Thank you for the super chat, saying, love you, Armin and Goldie. Thanks for the great work. Channel 12 claimed Trump offered Iran money to cancel the attack. heard that? Sounds ridiculous. I have not heard that. So I'm not gonna comment on it until I investigate more. But thank you for bringing that news to my attention. I'm gonna see what it's about. But make sure that, like, be careful, guys, because none of this should be treated as news until we hear it from the actual source, right? Just be careful with that. But I will pay attention to that. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. Nail Bunny, thank you, Nail Bunny. Thank you for the super chat saying, Tusi posted on X 10 minutes ago saying IRGC regime in Iran have opened fire at other IRGC members on the streets as infighting escalates. Ooh, if that is true, that is a huge escalation. We have to see if it gets confirmed by, from the ground. So let's see if what Iran International or Vahid Online and stuff like that says, because I'm pretty sure. But if that gets confirmed, then that is a huge escalation. So let's see if we see that on Iran International, Vahid Online, or somewhere like that. But that would be, hopefully that's true, because that is going to take us to higher, like a huge higher level of escalation that we have ever seen. I've never, like, this is what we have been waiting for forever. Okay, interesting. But again, guys, make sure that none of this is news until we get it directly from the sources. And thank you, Nobani, for bringing this to our attention. That would be a really big deal. And thank you, Filthy Angry Irish Peasant. Okay, great username. Thank you for the super chat saying, Ahmadinejad, despite his faults, he respects power. I look at it like the situation in Venezuela. Foreign investment and time will heal and build Iran. Ahmadinejad is like one of the most Durka of them all. He's like, well, okay. Unless all of this time he has been a Mossad agent, then I take that back. Sorry, Ahmadinejad, if you have been like a multi-decade investment by Israel, then I take it back, right? But other than that, screw him. And he does. Let me tell you something about Ahmadinejad. A lot of people don't believe this when I say that, when I tell them. If the regime allowed free and fair elections, I know a lot of people might not believe what I'm saying, but Ahmad, like, the number one person who would get the highest votes would be Princess of Pahlavi, and the second runner-up by a huge margin would be Ahmadinejad. Huge margin would be Ahmadinejad. I think a lot of people don't understand the lower class love, the pro-regime, so a lot of times we look at the people in Tehran and Shiraz, and especially the ones who are politically active, and we're not seeing the pro-regime Iranians, the poor lower class pro-regime Iranians, okay? And those people are still for Ahmadinejad. Yeah, I'm saying an election with no cheating that is open and everybody can run, right? Princess of Pahlavi would get the vast majority of the most, but the pro-regime people, because a lot of times the pro-regime people, would they vote for Jalili, would they vote for this person? I think people underestimate how the minority pro-regime Iranians, how much they love Ahmadinejad, because Ahmadinejad took care of the pro-regime poor people, right? And they never forget about that. They have never forgot. I mean, he's crazy. He's a Holocaust. He's a crazy Holocaust-denying, garbage person. But don't underestimate him, his popularity. Okay. This is why maybe the Israelis were trying to use him as a temporary surrender period leader. Foreign investment and time will heal and build Iran. Foreign investment, time, and the Iranian people will heal Iran. Okay, so yes, we need a lot of foreign investment, But the most important resource that Iran has is the Iranian people themselves. And the Iranian people have proven that they could rebuild from the ashes very fast. But you're right, foreign investment is important, time is important, and the contribution of the Iranian people themselves are also very important. Oh my God, I'm late for my discussion group. Zipcon 2 with a super chat saying, how do you think the upcoming Israeli elections will affect the situation? So my Israeli friends are telling me it wouldn't, because they say that all politicians in Israel are determined to show maximum aggression to the Islamic Republic until it falls. And they say that the success of Israel against the Islamic Republic was because of IDF. And they say it doesn't matter if it's Netanyahu, Naftali Bennett. I think many anti-Netanyahu Israelis tell Iranians, don't worry, no matter who is prime minister, it will be the same thing. But I don't know if that's the case, because, for example, if Lapid or someone else becomes prime minister, they have been criticizing and attacking Netanyahu over listening to President Trump too much. So if they get elected, are they going to be less cooperative? Like, I think that it's true that the IDF will be the same IDF, but the politics of it will be different. So I think there will be some differences in the strategy. I know all Israeli, like the vast majority of Israelis, are determined to end the Islamic Republic and show maximum aggression towards the Islamic Republic. But I do think that if the prime ministers change, the methodology on how you bring that about will change. So it will have some effect. I do know that Naftali Bennett is more interested in focusing on the head of the octopus. So Naftali Bennett's criticism for Netanyahu is that we're focusing too much on, I don't know, Hezbollah, Hamas, and stuff like that. All focus should be on the Islamic Republic in Iran. So I don't know if he's prime minister, maybe the strategy was going to change. But it is true that they're all pretty determined to end the Islamic Republic, and that's not going to change. So it's really hard to predict how the strategy will change. But my prediction is that the strategy would change if we have a different prime minister in Israel. Good question, by the way. Okay. And then we got first a super sticker by Todd. Thank you so much. And Todd also gave us a super chat saying odds of a second amendment in new Iran constitution. So I would be voting. I personally would be voting for the members of the what is it? Shorai Mehragan in English is the, oh my God, the council of the founding council. So the founding council will be writing the constitution, and we Iranian peoples get to vote who's in the who's going to be in the council of the founders. And I personally would be voting for people who are for a second amendment type in the constitution. And I think after I can't speak on behalf of other Iranians. My guess is after what the Iranian people experienced in early January, they now more than ever understand why it's important for citizens to be armed. So I think that more Iranians will be voting for members for the Council of Founders to write a constitution where that amendment is in there. So I want a second amendment for the future of Iran for sure. I want that. And Justin, thank you so much for the super chat, is saying, Armin, Goldie, are we certain all this deal stuff doesn't have something to do with MEK scheming to take over? I don't think so. The MEK doesn't have a chance. The MEK is irrelevant when it comes. The MEK is only relevant in Western media, spreading their poison in Western media. They have zero chance in taking over. So I don't think so. But do you agree, Goldie?
I 100% agree. They're completely irrelevant. They know they have no future inside Iran. They're basically just professional grifters, and they actually have a vested interest in keeping the Islamic regime around, because that's how they maintain, getting their funding from various groups and NGOs and whatever. So yeah, there's no way they're going to ever, they're not even that many. I think there's like maybe 20,000 of them, 20,000 or 30,000 of them around the world in total. So they're not like there's not a lot of them.
And they're all old, which shows that they haven't managed to grab like younger people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a dying movement, and they're just interested in making money from doing what they're doing. They know they have no chance. Good question, though. I appreciate your concern. All right, guys. So I am going to go to our discussion group now because I'm already late. Sorry to the people in the group for being late. You guys there's multiple ways that you could join. You could scan the QR code in the top right. I'll put the link to the discussion group right now in the chat. You could click on it and come and speak to us. Oh, guys, today is open. Look at that. Today is open. It means it's free. That means that you could come and join our discussion, join our group call, and it's free for everybody to join. Just when you come in, you could either click on the calendar to find today's group call, or just click on this link at the at the community page. The link is also on Liberty Politics YouTube channel. It's in the bio section, so come in there and talk to us in our group call. Hopefully, we'll see you guys there. And Goldie, what do you have for the rest of today?
Working on some videos. Maybe I'll go live. I'm not sure. And then basically doing a documentary watch party later tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys don't miss that.
All right.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to go. And that was us. This was another episode of Iran Revolution Live. And tomorrow, same time, we're going to do another one. So until then, I'm Israel Chai. Long live America.
God bless America.
Javicha.
Payande
Iran.
See you guys tomorrow.
غرق انقلاب است.
کشور ما، تاریخ ما ترسیده گر فرا گرفته، گویی اهورا مستا دوباره در نور خود مرا گرفته. هشتون سرودی سر میدهم باز فارغ از رنج و تشویش، ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. هن ای پدر هن ای پسر، برخیز و باماش و همگاه، تا درد آن تجربه تلخ ما را نکشیده در پا. بگذار هر دم بغرند گرگ‌ها دم لباس میش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ای کارگر ای برزگر، راحت کنون ادامه دارد در این زمان که پرتو یزدان از هر سو بر تو میبارد. پس پیش به سوی آزادی از بحر خزر تا کیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. خلقا به پا بهر دفاع از استقلال و آزادی، تا بشکنیم پشت ارتجاع تیریزی ایران آبادی. تا زنده سازیم سنت‌های ملی از من آیین و کیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش.
با امید روزی که تمام این دلبشو و انقلاب تموم بشه و ما در روشنایی، نور و سعادت مردم کشورمون غرق بشیم.
خارجی، نه بیگانه نه مستشارهای ویرانی، نه چیر خاران نه کاسلیسان، فقط هم رزمان ایرانی.
با شرافت میهنی بسازی فخر فرزندان خویش.
ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش.
ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش.
مردان بیایید داخل صف ما، اکنون که آغاز رویاست. دشمنان بدانید ما زنده هستیم، بعد از ما هم ایران پابرجاست. آن روح شیطان ما را فریب داد با صد شعار مردمیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش.
ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش.
پرچم ما پرچم ایران غرق خون شهیدان، روی شانه هامان حمل میکنیمش در هر خیابان و میدان. تا ماسک دلقکان را برداری از روی تسبیح و ریش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش.